Woo! What's up, everybody? Sorry I'm a little late. Excuse me. The God smoke. What's up? What's up? My boy Aaron Neal in the place. Very gracious to see my buddy Aaron. Like, share, subscribe, motherfuckers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, what's up, KL?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Give me a second.
Not much. Not much. Not much. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good. Yeah, hold on. Let me do this stuff. 1 second.
What's up, everybody watching? My boy Aaron Neal. Woo! Shout out to my boy. 25 years and counting. Jan Anderson to my Ric Flair. Woo! See, we about to do some good discussion talk. Number one, I'm going to talk about oh yeah, where's Waldo, by the way? Where is Waldo? I want to address a few things. I want to make a response to BGS's rig gang, which I thought was interesting. I'm going to look at a couple of content creators and do a response, or it's not even, and it's funny because when you do it tasteful, there's nothing negative. Always got to have a good response. Always. Sometimes you got to jump out that motherfucker real good. Ah, there we go. Phew. That's what we do to the foot in the ass is when people say you're sexist. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's interesting, man. It's lovely out here today. It's not hot. A little bit of humidity. See, I wanna address a few things, you know. A couple of people last night, particularly some troll named Maria, tried to address me as being sexist. I'm like, because I made the actual comment that I don't think women need to be in military combat. Did I ever say they need to be in the military? No, they can still be in the military, but what the hell you want to be in combat for? But she asked me, am I sexist? So, salute the real Aaron Collins. Woo. I think it's going to be real interesting. And then you got the audacity to come on my channel, on my live stream, trying to address me when you couldn't take your coward ass up here and defend your statement.
What's good? The real Aaron Collins. I'm sorry for my keeping myself quiet a little bit, Charles. You know how it is. But I'm ready. So go ahead, spit your thing. One thing, as we know, is the Miss Gonzalez or Gracia, whoever her name is not here tonight. Where are you at, baby? You said that this is sexist. This is not 1950s. And it's funny that you're Spanish. You're supposed to submit to your man.
And trust me,
That's my
and she's Hispanic, and she comes from a culture where the men are kind of sexist.
Yo,
But you want to come over and tell a grown ass black man because I made the comment of women not being in combat.
Mm-hmm.
That's sexist.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Javon Moore? Woo.
So it makes me wonder: are you really Spanish, or are you just a unknown troll? Because I never messed with no Spanish woman like that. But last time I checked, and you know well, so that they're very heavily cultured up. There's a very much patriarchal in their country when it comes to men and women.
Yeah.
So if you talking about sexist and this and that, here, I know damn well you got no fucking man. Especially you don't got one of your own men. Cause you might hear that say, what? Take that backhand and
And you know, Ric Flair right in the face. That's what she deserves. See, how can I talk about being a gentleman and be sexist? So I should let a woman get the shit kicked out of her by a grown ass man 2 to 3 times her size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because according to your feminist ideology, we're equals.
Yeah.
She even made a comment, oh, you were in Planet Fitness working out, big man. Yeah, that was 315 pounds and 405 pounds. I don't see your fat little ass doing it.
And you know, some of them are overweight too, bro. God, if you see some of that, the ones that don't keep themselves, it's a
Built
sad.
like built like bonbons and shit.
I don't even want to, bro. It's just this disgusting sight. So let me say, you know,
But here's the question.
Go ahead.
You know, am I sexist?
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a very popular question.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did you accuse me of being sexist,
Yeah.
which I'm not, which I won't even give you the answer, but you were such a coward. You could even come up on a panel. Where was this going to be me and you? You and I, simply put. But no, are you sexist? See, and you wonder why we don't put you in our conversations. Well, you're sexist. I thought that was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
This time 1950. Well, 1950, you wouldn't even be considered an American, would you?
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, let's go further. Most of that Spanish would not even gain no benefits like until after civil rights for black people.
Oh, wait a minute. That's what my people fought for, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Let's let's not forget that.
Yep.
Am I sexist for stating that women should not put themselves in dangerous predicaments?
Mm-hmm.
I really want her to come back. That's why I didn't ban her.
Yeah.
I just timed her out.
Yeah.
I don't ban. Oh, like I'm gonna do you the same way I did crime and restitution. Okay, I'm gonna make money off your ass. I'm gonna make content off your ass. And God knows, there's a reason why I don't lose debates. Motherfuckers too logical for your asses. I had a debate earlier today on Facebook.
Oh, today?
Once again, asking, am I being sexist? Why do men have a problem with women sleeping with more than 5 guys?
Shit, Charles.
I
I feel like we should share it. Was it intense?
Oh man, it was beautiful. It was beautifully put. I mean, it's so easy to just have a little bit of logic and common sense to make people look foolish.
Mm-hmm.
That old man told me a saying.
Wait, somebody calling. All right, let Charles take that. Yeah, Charles, you got to take that because it's gonna make your volume low. So you got to step out, jump back in if you're using StreamYard. All right, as Charles handles this, I would like everybody to hit that subscribe bell, hit the top bell, as you know, that you know when Charles uploads or goes live, you know by hitting the top bell. Also, like the stream. I think we have 13, 14 people watching. Let me see how much. Oh no, we have 17 now. So out of 17 people, please don't be hesitant. Hit that like button. Show support, show some love to the Faulkner Jr. And support your cause, support interests. Cash App, in you know the screen and onto the chat room. So please support the channel if you love the content, which I know you do. Yeah. I think my response to the BGS IBMOR, if I could see, the game is rigged. It is rigged because who that? You back?
What's up, Super Triz? What's up, BGS?
Yeah. Oh, you done baked black now.
Woo!
Oh,
So,
Charles, there's a new thing now that you could tag where people know that reference here on YouTube now. I don't know if I sent you'll see on Facebook inbox me.
you gotta show me how to do it.
Yeah.
My response to this is the game is not just rigged;
Mm-hmm.
it's predetermined as my favorite pro wrestling matches.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to go away from the script.
Nope. You're not.
And it's funny because I'm going to use some pro wrestling terminology that people may not get to know. A work it's something that's predetermined. Like if Chaos and I were in a match
Mm-hmm.
and we would work the match, meaning we would basically choreograph it.
Mm-hmm.
A shoot, which is where you get the phrase shoot fighting, is when I go real. Like, for example, like Pancrase. The matches were in a wrestling ring, but those were real submissions, real kicks, real palm strikes. So I like to use a little bit of that terminology. A sell is when you do a move and I make it look like the most painful shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
No sell is when you do a move and I just bounce back up like nothing happened. And oversell is when you punch me in the jaw and I go back and I fly around 10 fucking feet like Superman hit me or some shit. Like I overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? What's up? What's up? And I look at it like a pro wrestling match. It's not just rigged, it's predetermined.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of black women's minds, and I have a lot of black female friends.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to the am I a sexist later.
Yeah.
They think, and even the best friends I have for over 20 years still got in their goddamn minds that they're not supposed to compete for men. They're not supposed to be in the best shape of men. They're not supposed to be submissive. So most believe, I'll give credit. Most of my friends say you do have to be submissive, but they don't do it willingly. It's like begrudging.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard BGS talking about the game is rigged, you goddamn right it's rigged.
Yeah.
That's why the super simp, SS, doesn't even know if he's coming or going.
Yeah.
The homosexual doesn't even know if he's coming or going. The attack dogs doesn't even know if he's coming or going.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game is predetermined. Not only is it predetermined, you're supposed to be the guy who always chases for the championship, but never quite get it. You're supposed to oversell Everything she does. Not even make it look clean. Like, like, hey, you slam me. Ah, my back hurt. I'm supposed to be slammed and I'm supposed to then get up, flip out the ring. No, she wants you to girl, you're not fat, you're thick. That's an oversell.
Girl,
You're not
thick.
You're getting thick. An oversell. You're a BBW.
And like
Oh my god!
I'm a BBW. And then you see posts on mains on Facebook and IG saying you gotta love BBW. You never had enough to have a thick girl. I said, well, a thick girl got high cholesterol and she sweats, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And her blood type is cookies and cream.
Yeah. The good type,
Yeah, the good type. The real thick shit, the Briar shit.
Yeah.
And see, they want you to oversell to make them look good, to make them look like the most unbeatable motherfucker that ever stepped in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Think of Hogan in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Think of Hulk Hogan in the 80s.
Yep.
Unfucking beatable. Can't get the fucking title off of him unless it's some buffoonery and bullshit. 20 motherfuckers came with cattle prods, and then maybe we can get the title off. That's how rigged it is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even get a good storyline.
Mm-hmm.
That's how rigged it is. They don't even want you to come out there and be competitive. They want you to be competitive. They want you to make them look good. They want you to sell every goddamn thing. They want you to work with them. But this bitch got enough to shoot. But yet, when you shoot on a person in pro wrestling and they're not aware, that's a good way to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Good analogy, right? How many times do we try to work with a female and they shoot on us and we end up being the ones hurt?
Okay.
It's one thing if you told me it was going to be a full contact event like mixed martial arts, and I'm supposed to prepare and train for this shit, but you lie and say it's a work. We're going to work with each other. We're going to cooperate. See the analogy? See the connection?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to cooperate. We're going to try to make this look great. We're going to get the best ticket sales. We're going to get all this money. But you coming in there trying to bust my fucking head open. But yet, like BGS said, and another string, you're trying to sell a faulty product. And I'm not supposed to send it back to the maker.
No, once you pay for it or in the process of paying for it, all sales are final. Take me as I am.
And it goes back to Shorty earlier this morning on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you guys tells you that a lot of these females don't know how men think or don't give a fuck. I'm leaning towards don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Why do men not like women who have over more than 5 bodies? Like I was about to say earlier, a wise man once said, a key that can open any lock is a master key.
Mm-hmm.
And so, therefore, that key is valuable. A lock that lets any key open it is a shitty lock, and it's worthless.
Yep.
I told her, men value your beauty, your fertility, your loyalty. Sorry. I don't make the rules. Well, how would you know if a woman has been sleeping around? Trust me, every woman on earth got something called a Hofax.
Mm-hmm.
Check the Hofax.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you move to another state, then maybe. Unless you move to another country, then maybe. Especially in this worldwide web we live in.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do like 20, 30 years ago and maybe do a good job hiding your shit.
No, bro. It's impossible. Even if you remember an old episode from Mr. Samuels, when one chick that was in her late 20s, how she was a sugar baby / whore, She went out her way to hide and tell lies to the new men that had some value of not her past life. And here's the kicker. She went out her way to get you there
Keep going, keep going.
to get Kevin's video and get him a strike on his channel because he replayed that 14 minutes of him and her conversation. So, ladies, you think you were able to go around and fucking suck every man, and don't think a man is going to know, much as not ask the question. And trust me, it will come up eventually, you know. But you see, the problem with a lot of women, they think men that has a certain quality of when he matures or wherever he's in life, just gonna sit there and just feels it's not relevant. But the higher the tier man is, the more relevant it really is. And the reason why, because this man has resource and he wants to protect his. He can't afford to sit there, pay you and pay for some bum that's gonna fucking suck you with his own money. On the average. You get me?
Exactly. So you're telling me this chick who I tried to school told me all this bullshit that I could easily debunk and tell her shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So yeah, like I said, men will know. And you know, the day we live in now, bro, it's a beautiful day to be alive and be a man because we actually have pulled all the cards in the deck right now. I also was listening to another stream today, Charles, and for some reason, I'm gonna tell you this: one particular young female feels that, how can I say this? That there's a social contract of certain men, black men, not wanting or they trying to, I guess, get out of this United States environment if the shit gets rough, and they feel that most black men are protected for this by the system for those that escape and the system is backing them up. And
You
I'm
know,
thinking,
I hate to do that.
yeah,
When I heard you say that,
yeah.
you got to be the most delusional bitch God ever created to say black men are the most protected in this fucking system. How the fuck does that actually happen? Please tell me.
I mean,
Like,
let's listen. The propaganda is real, bro. Someone said black men protect class because black women defend black men, and black men can't do no wrong on all this dumb shit and all this. If you hear them, it lets me know that you misguided young little bitch.
exactly.
If
And it,
have you been watching? And this is why I know that they don't really give a fuck about black boys if they have kids. When I hear them talk, it's always talking about the girls' concern. They never talk about, bitch, you're gonna have sons with men. So you feel that their value and their worth and putting time in them is not no
see, see, a boy's value in the black community is what have you done for me lately?
Mm-hmm.
See, you're always on a value scale. If you're a cute kid, she dresses you up. She dresses the kid up like the motherfucker that left her or the one she want to be. Like your 2 and 3, 4-year-old kid should not look like he's about to go on concert with the Mingos. Okay,
Yeah.
like he shouldn't be looking like that. Let him be a fucking kid. I mean, couple of the slick things are nice. Oh, I do the best for my kid, but you never see a book in that kid's hand.
Nope.
You never see a learning pad. You don't see flashcards. So anybody who's from the Baltimore area, I know my man Mike is from there. What's up, nephew?
All right.
What's up,
Second
verbal
grade.
assassin? Calm down, verbal. Calm down.
Good.
I know you want to touch the 20-inch arms, but calm down,
Oh
girl.
shit.
Calm down.
Charles,
But on a serious note,
Charles, it'll be that night, bro. I can feel it.
I know. I'm waiting for trolls. Trolls give me strength.
Yes.
And it's like about it. Anybody who's from the Baltimore area, think about this.
Mm-hmm.
How many girls do you see with squeegees out there?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You don't see any.
Mm-hmm.
How many girls do you see selling drugs on the block?
Mm-hmm.
Significantly few, if any, are left. How many do you see struggling to get jobs? Well, a lot more now thanks to COVID, but before then, they
Before
were
that, hell
given
no, it don't exist, bro.
they were getting the Rochambeau
Mm-hmm.
because think about it. If a little 10-year-old kid, a kid younger than my goddamn son, is with a squeegee asking and begging for people to tip him from wiping his goddamn windows down,
He'll get
and
harassed.
they are with a single mother, something's gotta fucking give. But notice she would never do that to her girl. But 18, that boy's supposed to be able to get a fucking three bedroom apartment or a 3 bedroom house with a garage, with a car, cable, internet, have a PlayStation and TV in every goddamn room to make your ass comfortable. But yet, you never gave him the tools to be successful. You never taught him how to cook. You never taught him how to iron, probably because you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to my pro wrestling theme, but you up here looking like a ratchet Andre the Giant. Hey, Officer Farnar, why you talking so bad about me? I challenge you because you sexist.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, an indicator if you're a good parent is your children.
Mm-hmm.
Maintaining a child and training and raising a child are two totally fucking different things.
Exactly. And they either they know the difference, not bro. I feel they just don't care.
They don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you got, and see, this is the fucked up. Once again, pro wrestling thing. Bitches will run to the ring with the chair, put the chair on the ground. Her and her other big bitches are gonna 3D your ass right on top of that chair, even if you're the right one. You shouldn't talk about us that. Why should we be nice about talking about you? I don't even have to be mean. All I got to do is be truthful.
Mm-hmm.
It's not men who put a value on pussy. It's your mamas, your grandmothers.
Yep.
Hell, I even heard my grandmother told my aunts, a wet ass and a dry wallet, no sense does it make.
Mm-hmm.
But, with BGS, shout out to the master teacher once again, put out the game is rigged. Oh, it's not rigged. We're gonna be. Does that mean it's all women? No, but it's too goddamn many. But then you wonder why the goods you're trying to sell, nobody's buying. Did you try to work out? I know it's COVID, but you can walk. If you're in the Baltimore area, Lake Montebello hasn't closed. Push-ups,
Mm-hmm.
push-ups, sit-ups,
Mm-hmm.
squats,
Mm-hmm.
healthy eating.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to that? No, no, no. Instead of looking like Missy Riot, you got motherfuckers looking like King Mabel.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to look like King Mabel. But yet, also Faulkner got to play, the role of Rick Rude and give these motherfuckers a rude awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not my fault. The game is not just rigged, it's predetermined. And not even in a good way. It's just so badly choreographed that you're not even supposed to put up any type of offense, no type of defense. You're supposed to just lie there, be a jobber, take the motherfucker's signature moves, then take the finisher and lie there on the mat for 10 minutes to make it look better than good.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even supposed to defend yourself.
Get them.
See, it's funny. For 20, 30 years, when nobody was challenging black man ain't shit doctrine, I ain't hear black women get up in arms about that. And I'm not even shitting on the sisters. Hell, black men didn't even defend against that.
And that's a sad thing.
A lot of us actually believed it. And that's why you had a abundance of black men fight against it and become the best fathers on planet Earth. That's why abundance of us went to college, the military, police, fire, you know, became, you know, techs, high level techs within the medical system, pharmacy techs, medical techs, nurses, doctors, lawyers, engineers, political scientists. We did so much. Business owners. I mean, what more can you ask us to do to get some fucking help, to get some respect? See, it's weird when you deal with a creature that says, I'm only going to be submissive to my man. So you just saying that you know that goddamn well you should have fucking automatically done it on your own. That means you know that you can do it, but you've refused to do it. So what if I said, you know what? I see you carrying those heavy boxes, but I'm only going to do that for my girl.
Mm-hmm.
I see you. I
want
see a man about to beat your ass. I'm only going to do that for my girl. No, you want to play with some shady ass rules and get all the victories. You and all your big bitches want to come in there like the NWO and snuff me out. I don't get it. You know it's rigged. You know it's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get upset when men don't even want to deal with you. You get upset when men don't even want to particularly give a damn. See, let's talk about how rigged the game is.
Mm-hmm.
You got sisters who will find numbers in a guy's cell phone. My mother always taught me, well, you never go looking for dirt because when you look for it, you're going to find it. Sometimes you got to be happy and ignorant bliss. I'm not saying play a fool, but don't go looking for shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, how unfair, how choreographed, and how rigged the game really is that she'll find a phone number and she'll go fuck 5 or 10 guys to get back at you.
Mm-hmm.
See how rigged it is?
And she'll do it with a smile on her face. And after she finished them, bro, she's gonna, kiss you for all the energy she has absorbed.
And it's crazy because, when brothers do that dirt, people coming in there with steel chairs cracking over the goddamn head.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, on planet Earth, give me a break. That's if only you were from planet Earth. Did you shave them legs yet, Verbal? I got some clippers, some hedge clippers. But yet, she suspects this guy of fucking this person, which is not confirmed. But you go out of your way to fuck 5 guys to get back at him, and then you're supposed to think, back to the rig, back to the choreographed match. We supposed to file suit as nothing happened. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you fucking insane? And I will tell a man, nothing in the environment or culture keeps you from being a man, but don't play an idiot either.
Yeah.
Don't play an idiot. You just want to tell. She wants to troll me. No, you just want to touch me. Shut up, girl. But
hey, you should catch the earlier comment. She said that girls are smarter and they're more productive than men. She said earlier.
Yeah, I doubt that.
I doubt that too. I doubt that.
I doubt that. I doubt that. Like in Lebanon, when that explosion happened, how many women were looking for men to save them out of the rubble, even if they weren't anywhere close to the vicinity? How many of them were looking for the men to lead them out of trouble?
Mm-hmm. I'll wait.
I'll wait. As the man, I'm supposed to be three things to you. I am supposed to be your hero, your savior, your leader.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, let me change it up. Your savior, your problem solver, your leader. Even it's just your natural thing to do. Even when shit goes bad, hey, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
But yet, if that happened in the United States, I want to see people like Maria Gonzalez, who said men and women should be equal because it ain't 1950. Then go ahead, take your ass in the middle of the field where you got to fight another motherfucker who's 6'3", 270 pounds. He's got a 10-inch Bowie knife, a rifle, a machine gun in his hand, and I want to see how good you're gonna do against him. Because too many motherfuckers like her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, BGS, you ain't shit. But I just want to see how many people like that who want you to fall back into the choreographed storyline after they do all their shit, and you're not supposed to do anything to them. I want them to see how long they're gonna prosper off of that shit. See, the beautiful thing about pro wrestling is that everybody wants to see the villain get their comeuppance.
Mm.
That's what sells tickets. Eventually, you're going to get your comeuppance by either A, he leaves you the fuck alone where the fuck you are, or B, he finds a better woman and leaves you again.
Yep. That's how it be.
And I didn't say anything about going outside of the race. I just said there's some black women who will take care of a black man, who are feminine, fit, fun, friendly,
mm-hmm. Submissive,
supportive.
Yeah.
And they will blow you out the water so much that you won't even exist. You will be cast off into the Phantom Zone.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, you got a lot of them out here, like Maria Gonzalez,
Mm-hmm.
who said, "I'm sexist." This is tying into "Am I sexist?" and if the game's rigged.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a sexist? What you mean women can't be in combat? I think I was on, who was it? Was it Art's channel, Art New Styles channel?
Mm-hmm.
When a chick told me, and this is laughable for anybody who didn't hear this or see the program. She told me by reading books, she could tell me, a war vet, what warfare and combat is all about.
That's humor.
And my best Baltimorean accent, get the fuck out of here. See, this is how you know the indoctrination is real.
The program is real, bro. It's so embedded into Negroes and Negress minds that they sit to regurgitate fuckery.
You damn right. That's how it is. You know, You know, she wanted me to just lay down, Dre. She just wanted me to lay down in the middle of the ring while she gets the 1, 2, 3 with her book of combat.
Mhm.
How am I sexist? I'm not sexist because I told you to shave your mustache and legs. I just wanted to make sure you were legitimately female. Woo! Shout out to Anthony Taylor for the cash app. Thank you, bruh.
Mhm.
Love the support.
Mhm.
How am I sexist if I said women and children should be protected? But y'all want to send your happy asses up and see the ugliness of masculinity.
Which
See,
is
masculinity
full warfare. Mhm.
is warfare itself.
Mhm. You ever seen
You
somebody pull the eyeballs out the socket? You ever see my gut smile like a fish with a Bowie knife? You ever see an AK bust off a man's head like it was a watermelon?
get the tables. See, you got to understand. Verbal assassin, who has the face of Prime Bam Bam Bigelow and the teeth. If you don't know who he is, Google it. Google it now. She thinks that I'm sexist. Why?
Mhm.
Because you got to understand that I believe that women should not be in combat roles. A white female Marine captain tried out for Ranger School, and I quote, women should stay the fuck out of combat.
Mhm.
She's a captain. She's a commissioned officer. She was amazed. She said, I'm just amazed by the level of determination and strength and perseverance
Mhm.
that these men had. She was in awe. She said it was like looking at a group of superhumans compared to me.
Yeah.
Think of that. To her, it was she was outclassed. She said their ingenuity alone, like they were thinking on their feet so fast and so efficiently. That better be a really good bike or a really fucked up car. I'll tell you that much.
Mhm.
And she was like, wow. They even did studies. They said when women are in the same platoon with men doing combat exercises, the battlefield efficiency goes down. Forget that men have a natural disposition to women that we want to protect them. But people don't understand this when it comes to combat. You're supposed to already be trained up. I can't let you be the weakest link.
Mhm.
I can't let you. See, I already won the Royal Rumble. See, I had to toss Verbal's big ass out the ring. I'm going to WrestleMania for the belt. Woo! But
Woo!
anyway, but you have to understand something. When you actually have to go and raid a building or a house, there's vectors and sectors you got to take. If you don't take them, you're liable to get your buddy shot. Live with that. You could get the whole team killed. It ain't about some fulfilling your G.I. Jane fucking wet dream fantasy. Lives are lost and saved by your fucking failure or your success through your actions. And see, that's the part that a lot of women don't understand. You're trying to control us. Somebody has to. We don't have a problem with rank structure. Y'all do. with the exception of my females who've been in a paramilitary organization or a military organization. They understand there's a chain of command. When I was doing it in Iraq, you 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 had to carry a whole lot of gear. My entire gear was about fucking 75 pounds at times. I learned how to cut some of the weight off if we didn't need it. But if we were going in there, we needed every gun blazing and we needed as many rounds as we could carry, about 70 pounds. But here's the fucked up part, right? Here's the fucked up part. If women are so equal to men, why don't we just have all female units of special forces women and female units? I'll wait. And then, because Miss Maria Gonzalez, if that's your real name, how, doesn't understand combat, do you know where women actually excel? Chaos? Chat? Women make great snipers because they can hold that position for very long periods of time and they're much more flexible than men.
So you're saying that only thing women has only any place besides a spy in the military is it could be a sharpshooter, like the Bret Hart sharpshooter, where lock that bad boy on you and put that move on you, make you
Oh
want
yeah.
like
You want to put her in the best possible situation, so she could be the best she is, the best she was, and the best she'll ever will be. So
mm-hmm. Hear that, ladies?
you gotta love those pro wrestling terms. I think everybody loves that shit.
Hell
But
yeah.
but you gotta remember espionage.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the Bible, there was a general who felt so calm and collective about this lady when he was running, talking all his shit, telling her all his business. When she made him feel comfortable, fed him fruit, gave him some wine. He fell asleep. She took a hammer and took a tent spider, drove it through his fucking skull. War was over. That's where women excel. Even in the Bible tells you that.
This is actually my bad for actually stepping into the what you call it.
What's that in the background?
Sorry guys.
So she said she needs to dry her hair, and rest in my femininity. Salute to you, Chewbacca. You were always faithful. Legitimate processor said, me being called sexist, I take it like a compliment. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. And think about it. I just gave you scenarios where women actually would excel. Sniper, espionage, which if you don't know what espionage is, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen a James Bond movie. But no. You want to be rough and tumble like the big boys, like WCW where the big boys play. And in the words of Arn Addison, when we put you through training, the same exact training as the men, and the enforcer Arn Addison said it so eloquently, you tried to play with the big dogs, you got yourself hurt. But when Officer Faulkner say ladies don't belong in combat, so they don't get hurt, he's a sexist. I'm praying to God I get a troll up here. I'm praying to God I get one. See, I'm not in the hope I don't get trolls. I wish a motherfucker would troll me so I can embarrass your ass. We could do everything men could do. Yeah, try pissing standing up. Trust me. Try it. And then on top of that, when you got to go through the rigors of combat, it's a toll. a lot of women would physically not even be able to have children anymore because your body will would go through a metamorphosis of becoming a man. Your testosterone will go up. You'll get facial hair. You'll start putting on more muscle. Your menstrual cycle will stop the fuck up. Is that why do you want to forsake your beauty for my fucking rugged strength? The fuck out of here with that. But yet, I remember watching G.I. Jane, right? And you know the little old crusty looking female senator when she was like, how much muscle does it take to pull a trigger? That was the most ignorant statement you could ever make about warfare. What happens if that motherfucker grabs your gun? What happens? I've dated a cop who had to shoot a motherfucker because he was trying to disarm her. And she was lucky he didn't. She even said it. If it would have been me in the situation, the dude would have been dealt with. But like I said before, and I'll say it again, you probably heard it many times on BGS's, Dre's, or Cerulean's platform. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Not all soldiers are created equal. Not all police are created equal.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong. Do you have some kick-ass females in the police department and military? Hell yeah. Even there, it's few and far between. Super few. You're talking about the highest tier women are doing what men do on average. Let's say a woman earns her way to Ranger School, which, if she earns her way, she deserves to go. You're losing, what, about 30 fucking pounds of body weight?
Mm-hmm.
And you're this little 150, 165-pound female? And you're expected to carry a 100-pound ruck, climb up mountains, go through the fucking jungle? Your body will literally cannibalize itself from how many calories you'll burn.
Yeah.
But I'm sexist, right? He said you hit the nail right on the head, just like the characters, like the cartoon characters, PJ Bass, that my son loves. The character that has his own powers. The girl can fly. It's like women want to be like the other characters who are boys. Exactly. You know, it's funny. When I was looking at certain shows,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the Umbrella Academy. I actually saw the whole season too. It's like no man was able to do anything on his own without the help of a female. And you're shitting me because all these kids were taught to be superheroes since they were babies. And of course, they had this one female chick in it. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Motherfucker, you got Netflix too, so you should have seen it if you didn't want it. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The big bad of the show, she can absorb anybody's powers like fucking Rogue or Hope Summers from the X-Men. And she can do all their powers. So she was the ultimate Mary Sue.
Wow.
You telling me that a guy who literally has control over the quantum physics of temporal fucking teleportation and time is supposed to be getting his ass kicked by some chick who can just steal powers? The motherfucker can literally reverse or go forward in time or go through space itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I love the season, but get the fuck out of here. Y'all just want everybody These women want to be everything like the boys. But yet, I'm a big Wonder Woman fan. Why don't y'all promote Wonder Woman? Growing up in the 80s, I was a big fan of She-Ra, Princess of Power. You know what's beautiful about her? She had all the powers of He-Man, plus more, plus she still was feminine.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't trying to be some butch. I mean, literally, she picked up her sword and she got godlike strength and abilities. And she was still a woman about it.
Mm-hmm.
See, what they want to do is have the power and authority of men without the accountability and responsibility of men.
Wow.
Oh, Rashid, thank you for the donation. Woo! And that's the crazy part. How am I sexist when I said if you can equally do the same thing everybody else does, you deserve it? Think about it. I'll even go back to Sheriff for a moment. There was an episode called The Sword and the Stone. I mean, The Stone and the Sword. Goddamn dyslexia. Ah, The Stone and the Sword. It started off with Shira transforming. She was battling the Horde in their spaceship, their little gunship, and she overloaded the ship with her power from the sword, you know, the conduit of their power. And the stone, the crystal inside the sword cracked. So she couldn't transform back into Shira. Her best friend, Bo, got captured. She had to go on a literal hero's journey within 30 minutes without powers, without support, and had to use her ingenuity and had to use her gut feelings. That I can respect. But yet, why don't women promote that shit?
Mm.
Where they said even in the episode, and this you got to remember this shit was 30 something years ago.
Okay.
You did all this shit just not just for gaining power, but just to help a friend. And you wonder why I say the 80s had the greatest cartoons.
Yeah, it does.
You did all this shit just to help a friend. She didn't come demoralizing the guy. She just wanted to help and make sure he was okay, to save her friend. How many women will get their degrees and say, you know what? I'm gonna be a compliment to my man. If he's gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be his nurse, and I'm gonna be his billing encoder. Now the plot thickens, but yet I'm a sexist when I encourage women to be in shape to get the best possible mate. But I'm sexist. I'm encouraging men to be still men and gentlemen about it, but I'm sexist though.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, when we give you opportunities to give you power, because guess what? Y'all didn't earn it. You didn't earn it. You did not earn power the same way men earn power. We loved y'all so fucking much that we said, you know what? We're going to give you a fair shot. Matter of fact, we're not even going to give you a fair shot. We'll give you an advantage over us.
Mm-hmm. Let me check the comments. G.I. Joe fan, I ate these. And the female Joes on the show were badass, but I still feminine at the same time. Yeah, you know, they didn't really push the feminism. Well, actually, the 80s is where it's supposed to really start to really surface feminism.
Yeah.
Because think about it. It started coming in existence, created, pushed out in the 60s before civil rights, and then close to roughly 20 years, it is in the process of showing it actual practication. What I mean by
It's
what I mean by that is
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
if you look at most people that go to universities, they're taught feminine ideology from the book, like the Macho from Superman, which really I don't think is taught in schools, but that book was released in the 70s.
Yeah.
Lo behold, if a person writes books on it, that means they're already starting the process of teaching women that goes to these universities.
You know, one day I want to get a copy of that damn book and I want to dissect it like a high school science project frog.
I mean, you should hit up Cerulean. I think Cerulean.
I think Cerulean might have it. I'm gonna try to either partner with BGS or Cerulean and we go through that motherfucker.
Yeah, if you get the whole copy, share with me the PDF. Cause I want to copy that shit too.
And this is the reason why I look at this shit and I see the feminist agenda. Number one, there was a reason why men and women had their own spaces.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we respected women so much we didn't want to say ugly shit around them.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't want to burden them with the ugliness of war. Because if you ever notice about people, war changes you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It changes you
Excuse me. God damn, that's some good shit.
mentally and spiritually, bro. A person that does, let's say, an average 4 years in warfare, they're a totally different person. The
But
longer
here,
the longer you stay in, the worse it can get, depending on your
it takes a toll.
capacity.
It takes a fucking toll.
Mm-hmm.
And for this jackass, Miss Gonzalez, to challenge me about being sexist, I wish he would have got on the platform and tell me how many buildings did you raid? How many Marines and soldiers did you rescue?
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about your little wannabe G.I. Joe fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trust me, you ain't even on the caliber of Lady J. Oh, trust me, you're not.
Yeah.
See, and it's funny. You know what the fucking funny is? Going to G.I. Joe, we gave them female characters to look up to and to aspire to be, and they still want to take. And these motherfuckers, instead of looking up and trying to be how the characters were, kick ass and feminine, they
Mm-hmm.
still want to be. They still want to take the position of Duke
Mm.
and General Hawk
Mm. Mm.
instead of playing your role. See, in the military and the police, everybody got a goddamn role to play.
Yep.
That's the first goddamn thing you do. Because once you go outside your role, people die.
Yeah.
There ain't no coming back. There ain't no respawn. This is not fucking Call of Duty we talking about. This ain't no war games. When actual combat happens, people die. But yet, in the civil rights movement, there's a reason why you didn't see too many ladies out in the open. Because the husbands told the wives, look after the children, it's going to get ugly out here.
Mm-hmm.
If that was a dude instead of Rosa Parks, you know what would probably happen? They'd have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But we're sexist because we're trying to protect women. You know what? What happens if men say, you know what, we're going to stop being men for a whole week and watch this planet, stop right on its axis?
Oh, it'll be a wrap. It'll be a wrap, bro.
Oh, yeah. All you Superman haters out there, you forgot in that Justice League movie, Superman struck a blow for masculinity.
And you know, one thing, this is a little out of the subject a little bit. On one of my IG, I think I post something about, the same celebrity, a singer named Meg Thee Stallion, right? I asked, and I post said, a stallion, that's a male horse. One chick, hold on, let me tell you something. Let me find it. One chick posed this, bro, because sometimes I can remember it, but this is what she said to me. And this is how you tell people are dumb and they worship too much celebrities and don't know definition of words. I ain't gonna say her name. She said this. I was referring to stallion as the slang word used in some part of the American South to describe women who are tall and attractive. No, dumb bitch. A stallion is a fucking male horse. I mean, this is how dumb we are as a society. You know?
because they want to invoke male power. And see, the problem
Exactly.
is this. The problem is this. I keep saying it once and I'll say it a fuck again. A woman's true strength is in her femininity. It's like Toll House cookies fresh out the oven, just baked, and they're so moist and soft. It just humbles you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to come home to a woman that just takes all the stress and all the iniquities of the world away, not go back home into another battle or another war zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the power. That man will do greater and better things if you did that. But once again, I'm sexist for mentioning it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, don't forget in war they shoot red and they don't shoot red and blue lasers. They shoot real rounds at your ass. You goddamn right. You
Yeah.
goddamn right. When BGS said the game's rigged, give us a better option. It's one thing. Do I keep playing the same game, or do I play roulette and bet the house, or do I go play blackjack and I have better odds?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just rigged; it's choreographed. They want to do all their move. And you're a jobber. they're the fucking. They're the reigning intercontinental champion, Mr. Perfect, or Bret Hart at the time, or Shawn Michaels, and you're the jobber, the local jobber. So that means you ain't getting no shine. You ain't getting no play. They're going to demonstrate every move out the book to look good on you. And it's superstars. You're not even allowed to be on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. It's superstars.
Mm-hmm.
That's how old I am. I remember superstars on Saturdays. Originally when it was on 4, but then they put it on midday, 12 o'clock. So yeah, you're the jobber, and they get to do all this shit, all this amazing shit, look good, and you're not supposed to do anything but make them look good. It's not just rigged; it's choreographed, man. And then when you try your best to protect them from their own fucking vices, you can't tell me what I could do. You're not my father, but you sure as hell want me to be your protector when needed, like your father. I just laugh at that shit. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I
Yeah.
want to see if we have any detractors,
Mm-hmm.
any
Now, everybody,
supporters.
now that
Huh?
I just want to say before everybody come up, if y'all don't kindly, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the top bell. Make sure you hit the like as you come into the stream. I'm not sure how many is watching right now, Charles Haltner, but we have plenty
Oh,
watching. Please hit the like. Make sure likes are just as consistent as the amount of viewership watching. And support interest, Cash Apps, mine, and Charles, And, let's hear from y'all. I watched it earlier, and I think you shared it to me, but I saw it first. And, I have nothing really objected to what BGS said on his rant. But as men, we have to move and function in this environment the best we can. Because, as men, it's not gonna be easy, especially a black man. So, like I told you earlier, how certain women have this illusion that black men are protected in this country shows you that they are living in a fantasy world. And I'm not sure a lot of women feel sad because when they see that they're not protected, they're abused and all stuff, that gives them the justification talking about say one is protecting the other. And I'm saying in this system, no one's protected. Period. Period.
no, no.
The only thing in regards to the sexist, the only protection that's really, if we want to go there, is your women are not getting killed and raped and heavy numbers like that. Let's keep it real. If we do the data right now, bro, I guarantee it's actually more than the men. And the reason why I'm saying this, if we want to go there, is because men are the first to any other option takes out first before they get to you.
Oh yeah.
So if women want to keep pushing that rhetoric, and you know, when a lot of women talk this, a lot of them are swerveful, hopeful when they have these discussions. So I tell most black men, when you hear these young women or older women that have these channels talking and not no positive light to black men at all, it is what is expected. You know, we use this place and we very much abuse it when it comes to both of us overall. When we talk about our pain, but we don't really deal with the actual solutions. This channel, on the average, we deal with at least solutions. And now we're gonna run our fucking mouth all day and then leave it as that. Now there's gonna be space solutions. Charles Faulkner been in the military for 10 years and been in the police force for extra 13. So it's not something that he has done that he has not had to solve problems himself. Me as a person, I give my suggestion of a simple solution. Rather it's best or not, but nonetheless as a simple solution that you will hear and you will take and expound on to your own life. That's the only thing I could probably give to people. But other than that, you know, this is a solution-based channel. And if you don't like the solution, then by all means, good luck in how you figure the shit out. So, no further ado, anybody wants to come up? I'm saying I want to hear from y'all.
Yeah, we want to hear. We want to see if everything I said was not true.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see if I sold or didn't sell or oversell.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see if I got a pop from the crowd, which I actually did because, man, we went up to like 40 something viewers at one point. Yay. I'm proud of y'all. Thank you for the love and support. Woo! You know, might have to go on a little spilled liquor rant again, you know, just for y'all. See, the craziness of it all is this.
Mm-hmm.
When Maria said that I'm being sexist, that showed you a lot of her hubris.
Mm-hmm.
That showed a lot of her downfall. She wasn't even intellectually sound enough to listen to the whole broadcast before casting judgment. She just zeroed in on one thing and didn't even hear the whole sentence. No, direct combat, hell no. Sniper, I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Espionage, I don't give a fuck. And even espionage is dangerous. The advantage that women have of that is that men tend to talk a lot when women. Pillow talks a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, how many times have I said, women, always use your strengths? Oh, I'm getting over. I'm way over. Putting over. You guys are putting me over right now, man. But use your strengths. Stop trying to compete with men in the same realm. Be feminine. A feminine woman can control the whole damn room or atmosphere.
Yeah.
Easy. Have men eating out of her hands like small puppies and horses. Hey, what's up, man?
What up, Charles?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Chaos, man? Yeah, great stream, Charles. When I figure out how to put some money on my what's it called, I'm seeing what cash at. But
I appreciate it.
I have to totally agree with you. I'm somebody who trained martial arts, been training for a good 13 years. And one thing I know about martial arts is when you use force, you allow your opponent to use force. So therefore, that's not a lane that a woman is going to want to be directly involved in. Now, unless she's at genius level with taking an opponent out of structural alignment and knowing the anatomy of the human body at like not an expert level, but a genius level, then she might be able to take some in. But that's not an effort that I would want a woman engaged in. And I'm gonna say this: I appreciate your service in the on the force. I never got a chance to tell you that time I talked to you on BGS. And this is the reason why I say that. Because we oftentimes we complain about officers and the mistreatment of black folks, but we never want to jump our asses on the force. So we got to commend those of us who get on the force and with some nobility and some morality when it comes to our people. So we got to big up our officers. Because if not, then we ain't going nowhere like that. We need more black brothers to join ranks with you and get on the force. And I also think they need to pay uh, police officers more money so they can be more skilled martial artists and be. Because I think just like like you were saying, it's not really a woman's. That's not really her lane to be in actual combat. I believe that we need to pay our officers so we can get some more fit officers on the force. Because if you're not fit, that means you got to always go to your last resort, which is that service weapon.
Yeah.
And I just think we need more cats like you in shape who can toss a guy up real fast instead of having to resort to the last line of defense, which is that service weapon. You know, but
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Okay. Let me pause. I was checking something. Thank you, Anthony Taylor, for your donation. I appreciate it, bro. Respect. Continue, guys.
And you got to remember, the ultimate martial art is not using force at all. It's using your words or your presence.
Exactly.
And remember, the
And
best offense is the best is defense.
yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of women, if they even who are police officers who use their feminine powers, could steer down a situation, use that motherly sister energy, and calm a suspect down. Don't go into the realm where men go. And it's funny. Like, I don't know if you seen the stream yesterday. This chick said you're being sexist by not letting women, saying women don't need to be in combat. Have you been in combat? Have you had to be out there for 8, 9 hours fighting? Have you had to drag a guy on your back to a Humvee with all his gear and shit in tow?
Right.
Oh, go ahead.
I totally agree with you. Like, especially in the styles that, well, I'm not familiar with military, but again, I train a lot of different martial arts. That's my love, my passion besides fishing. And some of these martial arts like kickboxing and all that, that's a lot of those are useless for a woman when she's dealing with a man because it tells her use of boost strips in a lot of cases. And that's not gonna work. Like you were saying, when you use strip, you allow any martial artist person start gonna tell you when you use strip, you're gonna allow your opponent to be able to use system. And that's not a lane that our women don't really need to be in. So that's why I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, and it's funny because when they talk about, when I hear these, rants about we're not being protected by our men, the first level of protection is listening to the protector. If I teach a woman how to box, how to wrestle, how to do, joint manipulation or submission holds, jujitsu or whatever, or shoot fighting, you got to know your strengths and your weaknesses. I've been punched in the face enough. I've been thrown to the ground enough. I had my joints played with like an accordion enough to tell you, to thy own self be true. You can't go out there and think that we're going to be in combat and it's the greatest thing. Don't let these feminists talk you into getting your ass whooped. It's like, it's no different than men who be at the playground or after school in middle school or high school. And how many of their boys gas them up to fight this guy who didn't want to fight, and the next thing you know, they're getting wailed on. We've seen it. Like, you got to be able to gauge a situation and see if it's a fight worth fighting.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true, Charles. Just like even when you see professional boxers, you see them when they hit in the bag and they all look so great, but then when they get in the ring, they just going wild punches because you got to also be able to keep calm and have a certain self-discipline that a lot of times being over emotional, you already lost. So I mean, the number one thing that a woman has to do. And then like tackling a man in actual street combat, she's gonna have to know pressure points. She's gonna have to know a lot of different things in order to tackle your average guy because she's just not going to be strong enough and big enough. It's just not happening.
And even in the realms of martial arts, your objective is not to fight toe to toe. Your objective is to do something so damaging or so heinous and get the fuck out of there. And it's called romanticizing violence. That's why I say, we might have to do, a review of GI Jane and shit like this to show you a lot of this combat shit isn't the movie making shit that you think it is. It's brutal. It's like, think about it. Do you really want to be going into combat and you see a woman get shot in the fucking head and her brains go this way, her body go that way? No, you don't. No, you don't. I wonder, but then at that same scenario, are they going to call about we're not being protected? You've been teaching little boys and girls that they've been equal for 30 something years. And up there in New York, you had about 12 guys stomping this girl and stealing her Jordans like they used to do guys in the 90s, right? But when it's a girl, everybody can't take that shit, right? See, this is the funniest thing. You can't tell us the difference. We're disposed to looking at women a different way. I can't look at you as my equal. Motherfucker, opening a jar is kicking your ass. so it's like, it's a different world. Like, you don't want to go to that world. It's not fun. Any man who had to go into a knockdown, drag out fight, that shit is not fun. But yet, I get accused of being sexist for saying women shouldn't have to go into direct combat. I don't know. What you think, fellas?
I can understand why they said that because in 2020, it's past the part. We passed the level of we equal. They actually want to be better than us. That's why a lot of them say women first. They only care about women's interests and different things. So when they hear you can't do this on the level of man, it just disgusts them so much that they got to put a negative tag on you because they hate the fact that it's something that you can do better than because they obviously feel that they can do everything that a man can do and some and better. And we have failed, especially a black man. So that's why they're going to come and say that you're sexist because there is no other logical thought that they can have in regards to why they shouldn't be in combat.
I'm gonna tell you this story, right? What's the only sport that boys and girls can compete against each other in?
Dodgeball.
Nope. I'm gonna give you 3 chances. You said basketball for your first. What are the other 2?
Bowling.
No.
Nope. Last one. You got one more try.
God damn. Chess.
Nope.
Wait.
Wrestling.
Answer, Charles. Let me think good on this. Where both sex could be on an even playing field, right? Let me think.
There is no sport that women can hang with men in.
Oh, let's think good on this.
Go ahead.
If y'all want me to give the answer, I need everybody who's listening to give me a woo in the chat if you want me to give you the answer. I'll pause myself and wait.
I guess it's not that thing with the ball. That volleyball.
Give me a woo in the chat in the panel if you want me to give you the answer.
You're gonna have to, because anything with a ball, they can't beat us in. Woo!
Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for the answer?
Because we'll never guess it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my woos, damn it. I'm waiting for my woos.
Tag it. I think tag might be.
No, that's not a high school sport, is it?
Oh,
waiting for my woos. If y'all want me to tell you the answer to this shit, give me my woos. Get my likes. Donate to the Cash App. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's a sport?
A sport in high school. Styling. Woo. Profiling. Need everybody. Got 31 people watching. I need 31 woos. Get the Come on, we like our shit interactive. God damn it.
Unless you count the debate team.
That's not a sport.
Yeah, that ain't a sport. I mean, but that's the closest you're gonna get to something they can hang.
The sport where boys and girls can compete each other on equal footing. Drum roll, please, fellas. Give me a drum roll. Is wrestling.
Oh, come on, Charles.
Nah, hell no.
Charles,
Yep, it's
really,
wrestling.
man?
It's
Charles,
wrestling.
really?
I've coached wrestling for almost 20 years. If a girl wants to join the wrestling team, I cannot legally deny her.
So I mean, so I put this chick on a figure four leg lock. It's legal.
No, we don't do figure. Well, you used to be able to do figure fours, but it's to the head. It's
But
in
see,
pinning combinations.
but the whole thing with wrestling, I mean, if her technique is not impeccable, even a guy who weighs less than her, she's not gonna win it.
Well, it's weight classes. So
I know.
you got to think about it. If she's going against somebody 112, the strength is not too far off. But if you're going against one of those monster 112s, 125s who train like Rocky and shit, she might be in a world of pain. But yep, it's wrestling. I cannot legally deny a girl she wants to join a wrestling team. Matter of fact, I've coached a few females in wrestling and they had to compete against boys. So imagine when I was 170 pounds with 3.5% body fat, jacked to the fucking brim, and I'm going against a 170-pound female. She'll get destroyed. Even if she has great technique. See, here's the little secret of martial arts. Little man with technique versus big man with technique. Big man wins.
Okay.
Martial arts work if the big
That's a
man
fact.
doesn't have technique. Why do you think the UFC has weight classes and gender classes?
Well, nah, I have to disagree a little bit because in the UFC, it's with a referee, so you can't do single digit manipulations. You can't kick people in the balls. You ain't gonna hit nobody in the carotid artery. You ain't gonna rabbit punch. You're not gonna. There's a lot of different things you can't do.
That's how most of the head kick knockouts they hit them in the vagus nerve right by the carotids. Boom.
Yeah, what
And they
I'm
black
just
out.
saying. It's a lot of different. It's a lot of different things you can't do with a coach.
No, you can't
with a
do, but
referee.
even with the referee, I sincerely doubt that Ronda Rousey would beat Stipe Miocic in a UFC fight. I sincerely doubt that.
I doubt it as well.
I will be willing to bet every last dollar I'll make for the next 10 years on that fight.
I think I'll put my money in there with yours.
Huh?
I'll gladly go to the full house on that bet.
I will bet every goddamn dollar I get for the next 10 years against that. And when you say it depends on how big the girl is, in combat sports, let's say in wrestling, the girl can be a heavyweight. Okay, the bigger the girl, the more disadvantage she'll have. If she's at 112, 125, unless she's going against one of them elite 125s, the strength ain't gonna be super. If she works out and she's going against an average to a slightly above average wrestler, but if she's going against a beast, that beast is going to take her out. But if she's 220 pounds of a female, I don't know too many females that are 200 and something pounds of muscle. Very
I agree.
rare.
The bigger she is, the more she gonna get her ass with. Because she's gonna have to fight a big dude with a lot more muscle mass.
Yes, I remember that grappling match between Tito Ortiz and Chris Cyborg, but Chris Cyborg was struggling, and Chris Cyborg got popped.
She did.
And you got to remember, that was a grappling match. That's not striking mixed with grappling. Remember, my ex is a strong female. She can bench press 260 for about 2 reps at 160 pound body weight. But she marveled at my physical strength. Bench pressing 260 pounds would not even break a sweat for me. Okay? So, I'm not saying that we're better. I'm not saying women are athletes. Well, but you gotta be realistic with this shit. Now, if you have a female who specializes in technique, can she catch you? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You better tap if she gets you in that heel hook. If you don't want surgery, you better
Yeah.
tap. You better tap. If she catch you, if she's good with leg locks, if you tap, you better tap. Now, there are pros and cons to it, like when you have jujitsu and she's flexible and she can wrap her legs around for triangle chokes and arm bars, and she could get around with heel hooks if she's in the guard. Do I believe that round fighting should be taught to females? Fuck yeah. But it should be done, if you're in the police department, it should be done with the belt on, your duty belt on, so you can get used to the belt. Because techniques change depending on the amount of clothing you have or lack of clothing you have. And damn sure if you have a belt around your waist, you're really gonna have to modify that technique.
Yep. Techniques also change depending on what terrain you on. It's different. You get slammed on your back on the mat or on the concrete.
Yeah. And here's the most important thing you learn in combat sports. You got to learn how to either A, take a punch, tuck your chin in, raise your shoulders up, put your fists closer to your chin, and absorb that hit. And you're going to have to learn how to fall, because shit, the first damn thing I teach every wrestler is how to fall.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have your Kimmy. That's what they call it in martial arts. You're gonna have to be able to know how to go to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Because most people, when they fall, they tend to tense up, which is the worst thing you could do.
Yep.
You roll yourself into a ball, and boom, roll yourself into a ball where you don't stick your neck out and paralyze yourself. That's how a lot of people get paralyzed in the sports of wrestling and judo. I mean, that's why I'm a big proponent of combat sports being taught in Black communities. One, you would actually curb a lot of violence. And two, you would get a lot of aggression out of young men. Think about it. If two guys had a beef and they at this boxing gym, hey, close the doors, put the gear on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on. And then the master says, I don't want to hear shit from both of you anymore. You got it out your system.
I agree. But
it's called
fighting for your life and fighting in the ring is two different things.
Oh yeah. See, people used to say that to me a lot. Oh, it's different than on a wrestling mat in a boxing gym or on a cage. I said, yeah. I get to pull your hair. Mm-hmm. I get to rip on your nostrils. I get to gouge your eyes out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I get to elbow you right in your orbital bone.
That's what I tell a lot of people. Like they go to these martial arts schools, they be thinking that it's sick. But single digit manipulations and different things like that, that's not allowed in sport fighting. It can change the whole dynamic of a lot of them chokes and a lot of them locks. Well, if I grab your thumb and twist it around the other way until I break it, I'm gonna have full control and full. I'm gonna have your full attention for a couple of seconds, just long enough to work through what I'm trying to work you in.
Think about it. If I take you down to the ground and we're in a dirty fight, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna knee your forearm.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna knee you right in the forearm.
Oh God.
Or I'm gonna knee you in the shin while you're on the ground.
That's gonna render that you're gonna paralyze it just enough to work your other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're looking for. Just long enough.
I'm gonna take my forefingers. If you're grabbing something, I'm gonna take my forefingers and I'm gonna dig in your throat. I'm gonna jab you right in the forefingers with the throat.
Oh, wow.
Or the eye. Or I'm gonna just do a palm strike right to the bridge of your nose. I don't know how tough you are, but it's hard to fight with a broken nose.
It is.
But that's the brutality I try to tell people. I don't want to see women in unless they have to, unless it's as it is circumstances. Now, do I think we should have women in combat? Guess what? If a woman wants to be in combat, guess what? They open it up for you. But yet they will never give you this one thing. Why won't you have an all-female special forces unit, put them out on missions, and let's see the success rate compared to the failure rate? You've done it for the guys. Now let's see it for the girls. The reason why you won't is because guess what? Combat experts would have been like, hey, we've been right all this time. How are we equal, but you can't even get chicks to work together unless it's for a girls trip? Hello.
Girls trip.
Underrated darkness. What's up?
Hey, what's good, bro?
Not even just the adrenaline. The testosterone level is different. Do you know how muscular Serena Williams is? And she's got like probably a tenth of the testosterone levels of the average man.
Wow.
The tenth of the average.
She really put that work though.
So you got these guys in SWAT and special forces, like a QRF or something, or infantry, some of these drug units, and they're just overwhelming force. And yes, you do have guys in different of these units who are different sizes, heights, demeanors and everything. But guess what? You gotta train that woman up to the highest of training. Excuse me. Oh, sneezed on that one. But see, this is the realness of combat, man. Because of sexist and being rigged. Remember, the shit is so rigged. Back to BGS's rant video for a second. The system is so fucking rigged. They actually believe their own bullshit. They are so delusional that they believe their own bullshit. You know what? I can be in combat. I can be a world-class ass kicker. Okay. Now, have you ever noticed it's always the people who haven't done shit are always the loudest talkers? You're sexist.
That's how it be.
Remember, it used to be the guys. Now it's the girls. Now the biggest shit talkers.
Yep.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it used to be repercussions when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That was for the young boys and girls. You don't get your face smacked if you say something you can't back it up. And what works?
Eli Empire said that's a strong black woman. So you got to remember, strength is relative. Strength is relative. I keep saying this: a woman's true strength is in her femininity.
Mm-hmm.
What you call strong is what I like to call male average.
Mm-hmm.
I take care of my kids. Well, you're supposed to. I pay my bills. Well, you're supposed to. I feed my kids. Well, you're supposed to. You want to get the Olympic gold medal for doing average shit.
But they always go to the men say that because the men do something is below average shit that you're supposed to. So this applies the same way to you ladies. Because you have kids, you feed them, you do this, that. That's the same thing. And they're going to argue to say, no, it's not. That's for work. Then you a lazy bitch.
It's no different than I would tell the motherfucking dudes, be like, you're a sorry motherfucker if you don't take care of your kids.
Yeah.
So if you really want to be equal, then take the equal amount of insults. Mm-hmm. Take the equal amount of shame. Mm-hmm. Take the equal amount of fucking, nasty disposition that we get from people who are just not trying. Oh, you don't want to? Okay. What's up with that?
I don't know what's up with that either.
Anybody else who wants to come up here? Mm-hmm. The link's going to be in the chat. If we have any supporters or detractors, all are welcomed.
Yes. Damn, I'm trying.
It's funny.
Go ahead.
It was funny because Shorty, anytime Chaos said, I'll take myself down.
Yeah.
I'll take myself down for it to come up. I was begging. But then you want all this smoke People forget I have a fire extinguisher. They bringing all this damn smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But you play with a firefighter. Got
Child,
that big.
sexist. You're such a sexist. You're sexist. You how you dare tell me I can't be in the military and do man shit like y'all? Y'all sex. You know what's funny when it comes to women, especially our women, besides other race women, that one particular, I don't know what that was yesterday, that you really want to do man shit.
No, y'all don't take y'all don't revel in being
What?
etiquette.
So I asked most people, okay, you do man shit. Then what the men supposed to do? Oh well, okay, silence.
Kiss her ass, like
Yeah,
BGS said in his video. Kiss her ass.
kiss that, kiss it. And tell that. Let me pull these drawers down and you'll kiss my booty.
Yeah, and see, this is the crazy part. This is the hubris of it all. You willingly want to put yourself in danger when nobody's gonna look for your glory. Think about it. That chick in New York who got hit up, as we call it in Baltimore, getting banked, which is slang for being jumped for all you people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was banked, and all them dudes were jumping on her ass. How many times in the history of the United States that happened to young men?
Mm.
And nobody, there were no cameras, there was no news, none of this shit. But when it happens to a girl, oh my God, what's going on with the world? What about the children?
It's the end of the world.
What are the children?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about them? You wanted equality, that's what you get. You get equal fights, equal rights.
You get the booties of war. You know, you get the rewards, sweetie.
You get dominated.
Mm.
You talk of, you know who talks about black men being dominated, and we're dominated, then what are you? Spoils of war.
Exactly.
You're less than dominated. You're dominated. You're dominated. You're dominated. You're dominated.
Yeah.
How many of your sons are you gonna send to fight the war?
Mm-hmm. But let's go there with the domination. Okay, the boys dominate. Did these boys? So the cherry that comes out your pussy, the fruit of your loins, are a byproduct of further domination. Because you say you dominate, but you are producing the very thing that you complain about. And the women that talk about this domination, let's keep it 100. These women don't even hold a man much, are even married or even gotten any stable relationship. They pick failures or fuckboys. Shit. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys.
But see, pick who you want to pick, and be proud of it.
Yeah.
If a man, y'all talk about, well, men pick these whores. Yes, we'll tell you why we're picking the whore, because she's easy.
Yeah.
We don't want difficulty. We want sex. We don't want to beat around a mulberry bush. Well, the guy's got to take me out. The guy's got to do all this. If you got a chick that says, look, are we fucking or not? Who you think we're going to go for if we're looking for sex?
Yeah.
But see, this is the difference. Men are not looking for a whore to be their wife.
Mm-hmm.
At least the smart men aren't.
Yeah.
We're not trying to change the hoe into a housewife. We like her being in her position. Know your positioning and use it to the fullest of your abilities. But yet, y'all want to be out here. It was a joke that I seen on Facebook. Girls think fun is like going to drinking, playing video games, cussing like a sailor, and fighting. They don't want to be feminine. They want to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Shit. You're dominated. Yeah, we're dominated by all this goddamn masculine energy and all this feminine rhetoric. As soon as I said, but yet, here, folks, for those who didn't hear the live stream last night, am I sexist for saying that young black boys need to go to programs that teaches them the rite of passage and the ability to call themselves men after graduating from such rites of passage? And should little black girls go to etiquette school? Is that sexist? The most unattractive thing is to see a beautiful woman who can't walk in heels. The most unattractive thing is seeing a beautiful woman who spits and cusses like a sailor and scratches her ass. Etiquette school? So, what's wrong and sexist about that? Please, somebody, you can let me know. Everybody watching in the chat, say something. But yet, when I'm thinking of the safety of women, black women in particular, should not be in direct combat, I'm called sexist. Which folds into BGS's. If you haven't seen BGS's joint, go see it. I'm pretty sure that you all have because most of my subscribers are from him. And he talks about how rigged the game is. And I'm like, well, goddamn. That yesterday showed me how rigged it was. I'm supposed to tuck my tail between the legs and bow down to some chick I don't even fucking know and correct myself because she felt, not know, but felt what I was saying was sexist and wrong. Ain't that about a bitch? But yet, you didn't hear when Chaos and I was like, yo, to make a better community, to have better social skills, go out there and speak to people. Put yourself in an awkward situation and learn how to deal with it. For the guys who are afraid to talk to people in public, speak in public. Go to a spoken word event. Learn how to give a speech in public. For women who have trouble cooking, take some cooking classes. Or go to some of the elder black women of the community and learn a recipe or three. If you have trouble as a lady speaking, do spoken word. If you're overweight, male or female, hire a personal trainer. Get a friend who specializes in physical fitness. If you want to be fit, start getting more friends who are into fitness. What's up, underrated?
What's going on, Brother Charles? What's going on, Brother Charles?
Not much. Trying to style and profile, giving my commentary about am I being sexist, and my response to BGS, is the game rigged.
What's
You
good,
know,
though?
you know what I said? So what? Come on. Truth is the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got some brothers who still wearing panties.
Wow.
Tired of shit, man. I really am. I really am tired. You know what I'm saying? See, that's why I take pride, like within myself. Oh, there you got to drop off. But I take pride in myself. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
do. I take pride in. You know what I'm saying? That I take pride in cooking. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my talents. But at the same time, I show brothers that you could do it too. And then there are certain things that if we not strong, like you said, Brother Charles, it's true. We could reach out to some brothers like, listen, I don't know how to do this. Can he give you any help? It goes back again. I don't want to get off the subject. I want to stick to the subject. It's all about the brotherhood.
Exactly.
We don't rely on each other as we should. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't really protect each other better enough as men. Even in regards to working with each other, we could do a lot of things we black men could do a lot better amongst each other. But it's like a lot of things we had to get away from, especially the social contract, this controlling, this brainwashing that we're indoctrinating.
No, because we don't. We don't want to. Because some of our brothers, we live. Throughout the years, being me growing up and see this, and this is real sad, and it's comical. It's real sad. They are brothers out here are adopting feminist policies,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go back and tell our brothers, and you should talk to sister like that. We need to protect her. No, if you this is the way I look at it. If you feel that you could defend yourself, go ahead. But
Mm-hmm.
Right. But
don't run back to me that is not in your favor, but it never was. No, I'm not dealing with that. Like I said, I had family members was acting like that,
I mean,
and
look
I
at my
stay
man
away.
right here. Look at what my man wrote. I don't want to butcher the name. Is Zariah, I think 23. Closest that I can do it. I hope I got it right. It's amazing how being sexist only goes one way, but men can't hide behind that. We can't.
We
We
never
can't.
can.
Think about it. I'm showing how to be a gentleman and how to protect women, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole screen. For 2 whole days, I was talking about how many times have I said, no matter how fucked up the women are, that still doesn't excuse you from being a man. How many times have I said that?
All the
A
time.
lot.
But yet, that bitch didn't hear one word of it. She just
They
wanted to
don't
hear
want
what the fuck
to.
she wanted to hear. She didn't want to reply, as Josh, my boy Josh, says. Too many people out there in the world only listen to reply and not to comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perfect example of it. And think about it. When when I talk about how to protect yourself and how to protect the women and how to protect the children, I get this fembot coming up here trying to tell me what to do, which if anybody knows me, that's not gonna work.
No.
If anything, you're gonna make me make fun of your ass. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna come up here, but yet you bold enough to type something in the chat, but now you want to be scared to come talk at real time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
But yet you be the same bitch to tell me the game's not rigged. BGS is 61 fucking years old. He's seen enough. He's seen twice as much what probably the average 61-year-old has seen. Because you got to remember, when BGS was a kid, his schools were still segregated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My mother's 61. My father's 63. See, people think the segregation should happen 200 years ago. No,
No.
it's within your parents' and grandparents' lifetime.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah.
And you got to think about it. You've only been a full fucking American citizen and human being for less than 60, for about a little over 60 years,
Mm-hmm.
if that.
Well,
Yeah.
But yet, you still want me to pay the bills, still want me to take out the trash, fix the drains, do all this manly shit. Salute, brother. What's up, Pop Smoking Ghost? Woo! But
Well,
yet, you still want me to do all this manly shit, but I'm not supposed to say shit. I'm not supposed to be the wise counsel. I'm not supposed to
why?
be the logical man.
The reason why, because you're meant here to serve them.
yep.
That's what
You
we
still
call.
want me to fulfill my manly duties, but you supposed to sit over here and be this lazy bitch, get all the glory.
Because they got in their head the same way how these white feminists and other women that in other races they figured that I could do the same thing. No.
And even that, right? Even that. And there's plenty of times I got on brothers about not being about being men.
Right.
Mhm.
But yet, when you do it to the and guess what? The brothers take it in stride. The men overall take it in stride, black or white or Hispanic. They take it in stride. But this chick, uh, you can't tell me what to do. Then go right out ahead and walk into the minefield.
Mhm.
Go
But
walk. But then she expects you to go save her ass from herself.
but but you know what I said to that, Charles? All right, you cannot tell me what to do. I would say it like this. I just thought of something, Charles. If a woman, when a woman, because it's gonna come soon. Oh, you cannot tell me what to do, underrated. Okay. I want you to go to Charles Faulkner. Go to my brother's channel, and he do combat. Okay. I want you to go tell him and other people. I'm gonna take myself out this. I want you to go to him and tell him that I want to be in combat.
Mhm.
No, no, no. Don't no make no excuses. Don't no rules. Fits for all.
Mhm.
No
Keep
rules.
your
No.
ass over there.
You come over here. I want to be in combat. You live in Baltimore? Yeah, I live. Charles, he live in Baltimore. Put her in combat.
I'll do this much. I won't even have you fight anybody. I'll just put you through the rounds of the exercises.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's this exercise that we do where you get like 25-pound dumbbells. See, I could curl up to 80-pound dumbbells, but you don't need heavy dumbbells because them light motherfuckers gonna kick your fucking ass. Like you're gonna feel like you've been in a fight. I'll even give you 15-pound dumbbells. You're gonna curl 8 times. You're gonna shoulder press 8 times. Remember, you don't drop the dumbbells. You're gonna do good morning bendovers 8 times. You're gonna do squats to the military press 8 times. You're gonna do 8 lunges on the left, 8 lunges on the right, squats on the left. Excuse me, squats 8 times. You're going to do twisting 8 times. You're going to do all these exercises 8 times, 8 reps. Excuse me, 8 reps, 8 sets. Then you're going to run around and duck walk 8 laps. You still want to get it? Well, this ain't fair. Well, the guy's got to do it.
You say you want to be equal?
Right. That comes with the territory. Equal, right?
But yet, when I talk about the protection, and I respect any woman who could take it, there's plenty of female fighters I love and respect, and that has my undying wave of support. But they know what they have to do to be great. They can't just say, I want, I want, I want. Those are the females that say, I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to make it happen. That's the amazing part about it. They make it happen. They don't look for somebody to do it for them. They make it happen. And that's the beauty of it. Hold on, Chaos.
All right. I got you. Yeah.
It's time. You know, BGS 61. So I'm 54, and like I said, I see certain things in my time, and I remember it was a time that you can't even go in certain stores, and I'm talking about in the early 70s when I was a child.
Yeah.
The black man was looked at differently. Feminists that there was on an all-time high back then. I remember when my mother, and this is going on now. I'm going like towards a preteen. I remember my mother. She was a housekeeper, cleaned up people's houses, and I remember my father used to picked up instead of go through the front door. He had to go through the side door, wait for his own wife. But you know that's equal, right?
Separate
That
but
that
equal,
that that
right?
that that's equal, right? See it. It has for me start learning. I mean, really learn about the history and really see how the feminist is. But you see a bitch ass white man laugh in his face, looking at him. My father don't even. Don't even look at me. Oh, that must be your son. I said, man, oh, I just looked at this guy back in the car. And so when I talk to these black women sometimes throughout the years, you identify a policy that broke up black families. You identify a policy that dehumanized black men, even way back, but not too long ago, that is in document, is in law. And you see that it still don't work. And you still want to fall upon, you still want to be part of this.
Mhm.
And it gets to right now, as a man, I can respect you. I can't, you know, you want us men to put in the work. We put in the work. We do whatever we can to stand up being a man. Now, I ain't talking about this bitch ass niggas be caping. I'm not talking about them because we know who they are. But that's another conversation. But I'm talking about us as men every day. Stand up to be counted. Stand up within our own masculinity. And this is what we get. So it gets to right now. Man, it gets to right now. Let me underrated. We wind that. We wind. Enough is enough. Nah, I'm not gonna protect you. No, I'm
It's
gonna
like
give.
this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
If I
finished.
was going to say this, I'm not preaching violence, anger, contentment against black women because there are some good sisters still out there.
Agree.
Huh?
I agree.
I'm teaching awareness. I'm teaching the person no different if you're in a wrestling match. That guy wants to take you down and manipulate your joints. I'm teaching you how to be on the offense and defense. See, this is the reason why I encourage young black males to let them know if you want a black woman, you got to go find the right one for you.
Yeah.
You can't get the one who's not indoctrinated in this feminism so heavily.
There's
She may
more
have a little bit in it,
culture.
but guess what? She's willing to be molded to reach your program. That's a woman. It's very few, but that's why I always tell fellas you got to be the most competitive man you can be.
Hmm.
I'm tired of a lot of these women telling me that I'm sexist when I tell them get in shape. I'm sexist, but I'm telling you how to get a man, not an adult boy, but a man, a
Hmm.
capable one at that. I'm tired of telling you to be more feminine. This is shit that your mom should have told you. Just like I tell a guy, your daddy failed you because you're not being a man.
But you got to understand, Charles, weak parents produce weak offspring, which offspring produce themselves as adults or
Mm-hmm.
grow into adults.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Stop
why
being
and
afraid.
think about this. Why do you think a lot of black people, especially in this space, always or well, not enough, but just let's say for the sake of conversation, they push with family because they know that it takes that man and that woman, if they're in the right state of mind and play the roles right, are going to breed and bred better resulting children on average. That's going to see structure. The children only moves in dysfunction when they don't see structure at all.
And they're gonna seek that. They're gonna seek structure. Why do you think so many boys go to gangs?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna
Guys,
seek structure and guidance, and to see ladies who are mothers of boys. Hear me now and think about it later.
or thank you later.
Think about it later and thank me later for this because I'm putting people on game. Your boys are going to look for male role models, whether you like it or not. Your job is to give them the best possible father they can. I don't want to hear this excuse. Well, this guy didn't want to. Were you looking for a father? Or were you looking for a fuck?
Keep it real, ladies.
Because if you're getting pregnant, because look, I'm only going to tell the truth. Pregnancy, you're in control of that. We're not. If men across the country had a foot when it comes to who was born and who's not born, then I would shit all over them. Just like I would shit on a man who does not take care of his kids and he knows they're his kids. And I would tell him, you're a lazy, sorry son of a bitch. But when it comes to women, I can't do the same, right? I gotta coddle you? No.
Want to give it raw, uncut.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. I had to take shit raw. When I fucked up, you think anybody took it easy on me? No. You carried on and you drove on. See, the problem with a lot of people is this. They want this participation trophy, even when you talk about, oh, well, gay people could talk about, oh, well, so many black men are sexist or they're transphobic. No, let's talk the truth. What you do is not a part of our culture.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
I can't get no man up to my level. No, you're not.
What you got to understand something. I've never seen a bunch of educated people make the most stupid comments.
I've seen it every day, bro. Trust me.
I'm just like, wait a minute. I've noticed this shit because I talk to everybody from gay, straight, black, white, Jew, Gentile, atheist. I talk to everybody. I had a transgender person ask me, why don't any of these straight men want me? Because they're straight.
I have to laugh at that. Oh my goodness.
Well, I had a black woman tell me, I yelled at my husband. Why you get mad at me? Because you disrespected him. My wife says I'm not doing shit around the house and I'm being lazy. She's mad at you because you're not doing your male duties.
Yeah.
Right.
Simple shit. I'm like, simple shit. You know, we got away from being intelligent people solving the greatest problems. You know, the human race is so great that we eliminated a lot of diseases. Think about that shit. We eliminated so many fucking diseases. But yet, somebody in their heart of hearts made a goddamn virus that put the whole world on a shit show. The entire world is on fucking curfew. Like you better get your ass in the house with some street lights, motherfucker. Like, think about this. If we actually came together and used our logic and used our common sense and worked together as a people, we'd be fucking awesome. I should not in 2020 have 30 to 40 people listening to my content and I gotta say shit that grown adults should already master to comprehend. That's a damn shame, don't you think?
Yeah, it is a shame. And I'm gonna go one. And no, go ahead, bro.
And I shouldn't have some damn feminist tell me, "Oh, well, look, you can't tell us to go to combat, bitch. Have you went?" But you go ahead, underrated.
You know what? You touch a nerve in a good way, bro. I mean, and I want people to understand this, that these conversations has been going on for a long time, but it always be underneath the table. And when things be underneath, if you do not clear it, it builds up. It builds up, and then when it hits the top, oh, people want to get scared. People don't want to say nothing. I am tired. I am really, really, really tired that these feminists could say whatever they want. I am sick and tired of these alternative lifestyles, them gay or transgender. I am tired of it. And there was an excellent point in Charles, even throughout, ever since I've been part of this, that you want to be equal, but you don't want to be natural. You want to be equal, but y'all go against God's purpose.
Shout out to women of the past. Woo. How you doing, sweetheart?
Ooh,
See,
you wants to be equal, but at the same time, you want to disrespect men that willing to stand up within the masculinity and take care of shit, no matter what you have or what you don't have. But at the end of the day, you are a man. We are a man. And
think
what
about it.
beat and what beat them someone last day I mean and that's it.
Oh,
And
go
what
ahead.
beat
Go
you
ahead. I'm
and what
sorry.
that's okay. Woo! I gotta give you that woo. And what BGS is saying, I don't have a problem with it.
Oh,
You got some brothers out here. I can't. Oh, underrated. Rewind yourself. Calm yourself down. You got brothers have a problem with saying what BGS is saying, but these are ones want to circle they dumb coke test asses around.
look what one of the past wrote. Equal and not natural is absolutely centered. Exactly. It's selfish shit. See, and I like to piggyback off you for a second. I never got it. You want to be equal to everybody, but we're not allowed to talk and criticize you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I would tell anybody who's in the LBGT, anybody who's a feminist, black women, black men, white women, Asian women, anybody who calls themselves a fucking group, Christians, Arabs, Muslims, whoever, Shintos, Taoists, you know, comedy talks about everybody. Oh, you can't make fun of gay people, but you can make fun of black. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You can make the caricatures of us being a thug. You can make a caricature of the loud, angry, violent black woman, but we can't talk about you. Why you want this equality? Then you can equally get criticized. We're not protected. Anytime you hear somebody other than black people in America say we're not protected, we should all just belly laugh. When motherfuckers were getting lynched, did y'all look to protect us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When motherfuckers' parents were addicted on crack cocaine, did y'all look to protect us?
Nope.
I literally had an ex-girlfriend who both her parents were hooked on drugs. How many people in these so-called groups came to protect us?
Mm-hmm.
Because last time I thought, when history dictates, we came to protect you. Please tell me if I'm lying.
Hey, you ain't getting nothing from me. You telling the truth.
But yet, this whole entire time, you wouldn't have feminism if men didn't allow it. You wouldn't have an LGBT movement if there was no civil rights movement. You wouldn't have survivors of the Holocaust if they didn't send black soldiers over there to get your asses out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But when we go through our Holocaust, who the fuck's coming to save us? Once again,
Nobody.
I ask you this question. Who saves Superman? Who saves the black Superman? We know we play in a rigged game. Not even just our women. We just know growing up in society, the game is so rigged and so choreographed. And we still manage to do greatness. That's a goddamn superhero. Where's our goddamn protection? Who stands up for us? I'll wait. I go in front of Congress and ask this question. How many times have y'all stood up for us?
Right.
Right.
How many times do black people go through this country and we got to struggle? We had to deal with struggle on a fucking disrespectful scale. To the point where 1 minute we could be living, as Dusty Rhodes would say, we could be sitting, dining and whining with kings and queens, and then next minute sitting in the alley eating nothing but pork and beans. That's the black struggle in a nutshell. Who's saving us? I even tell black women who got a problem with black men, if you find a black man making over $50,000, kiss his ass because you got a superhero. If you got a black man making $25,000 a year and he's taking care of his kids and he's loving you and he's being true, a fucking JD, a PhD, or MD, you kiss his ass. He's a goddamn superhero. You got a black man who's willing to fucking wipe windows because he doesn't want to sell drugs. You kiss his ass because that's a goddamn superhero. Who the fuck do we get help from? See, it's so funny that the helpless helps everybody else. But they don't hear me though. The helpless helps everybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm not preaching that typical, oh, black woman, female fuckery this, female fuckery that. No, I'm just telling the goddamn truth.
Truth is the truth.
The same motherfucker who will stand and protect black women, the same motherfucker who got the right to criticize when they're not doing what the fuck they supposed to do.
Right.
But yet, how many of you willing to help us? How many pookies and so-called pookies, ray-rays, and educated lames and classic men help you through college? How many of them raised your kids? How many brothers raised kids that weren't even fucking theirs?
I get ready to say that. And let's not leave out the godfathers too, because I'm one.
How many uncles took their fucking nephews? How many coaches and mentors took their fucking athletes and students underneath their wing? Schooled them up. Teach them a skill. Got them in the military. How many? How many times were we told we were unqualified for a goddamn job, went to get our certifications, went to go get our degrees, and then the next thing you know, they utter the words, you're overqualified. How the fuck you be overqualified to push a goddamn broom? We're the only motherfuckers in the world right now who are not allowed to have pride, not allowed to have dignity, not allowed to have a standard. You're supposed to take whatever shit anybody gives you, and it's supposed to be business as usual.
Right.
You take the black man out of American history, you wouldn't even have a goddamn America.
Amen to that.
You take a goddamn black man out the black community, you wouldn't have a community. Every time I see, well, you know, this guy, guess what? To better or worse. You want to feel love, start loving yourself. Start loving your kids. Start loving your husband. Start loving your boyfriends. Start loving you. If black men said, I want to see your natural damn hair, why don't you do it? Why don't you at least do something to actually get in the fucking door? But you don't say nothing about black men. No. I'm hard on black men.
That's a cop out.
How many times I told black men, get your shit in order?
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
A whole lot. Even Charles too, and others.
How many times I told you there is nothing in this world that excuses you from being a man?
Countless.
But you're sexist.
No.
Okay, you want to get on this, Javar?
Nah, man. Yeah, I was just jumped on here to continue on with the panel, man. Just going through my own shit right now. This is just what I needed, man. Just to hear some man shit. Keep me back in mode. Honestly, his brothers like Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
No, I said so listening to brothers like you, Cerulean Gray, it's got me in my purpose in the last couple of years. So just continuing on. And this is what we need right here. Panels like this to keep us going, even though we're getting beat down, just doing what we can.
I feel honored. I really do feel honored. It's fucking wild how a motherfucker take his time to say we need social skills and we need some etiquette in the community, but you get this motherfuckers to say I'm sexist. Never listened to a goddamn stream ever in her life that I had, as few as I already have now. Never listened to the 3.5 years I've been on BGS, Angry Man, Cerulean, all these other fucking panels.
Mm-hmm.
And has anything to say of anything. See,
Wow.
I've spoken to the Cynthia G's. I've spoken to the Sister Georges. I've spoken to everybody. I got over 200,000 miles in these YouTube streets. But yet, when I tell people solution based, you got motherfuckers still. I'll even say it. There's no reason BGS, Angry Man, Cerulean, Kevin Samuels, and others don't have over anywhere to 100,000 to 500,000 subscribers. But I bet you if it was a twerking video, if it was a goddamn rap video, if it's a video about some goddamn nonsense, they would have over 1 million subscribers, 1 million views.
Yeah, unfortunately.
In minutes.
There is no reason any of our black heroes should ever die broke. There is no reason of black people who fight for you ever need to worry about a bill. There is none. But I'm confused. When real men speak real shit and say, no, you're not going to fight, I'm going to do the fighting. You're going to do your best and you're going to support. You're either going to get this food ready, take care of the kids, or you're going to be in the tree line somewhere with a goddamn sniper rifle. Can't even do that. You got men who are willing to put you on their fucking back. You got men willing to put you and sit you down on a throne like a queen. But you got a problem when he dictates shit like the king that he's supposed to be.
Right. I had to say this, but when some of these black women want to mess with other men outside our culture, They don't have no problems to follow.
Oh, they
But
told
when
the
it
line quick.
Yeah, but when it
Yes,
comes
they
to
do.
us, when it comes to us, I know because it happens to me. It happens
Hmm.
to me long time ago. I said, "You married, really married? We want to marry somebody outside the race." But trying to bring something to the table for us. But you said I'm no good.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And here's the world part. When you break that shit down, you realize it's a choice that you choose to be feminine. You choose to be
Hmm.
Yep.
submissive. You choose to be supportive. But because you look down upon your men and you don't, see, it reminds me of what Batman said. I'm not the hero you need. I'm not the hero you want. I'm the hero you need. If you choose to go natural, if you're dating somebody outside your race to be submissive and all that, then you just put that motherfucker up on a pedestal.
Right.
And you saying I'm supposed to take whatever shit you give me, bullshit to that.
Hmm.
What it is that you need to start realizing greatness before greatness leave you behind. Because to go back before we ended, I'm gonna go back on my pro wrestling shit. One day that jobber is gonna become the star of the federation. And one day he's gonna get that title, that world title in the strap. And remember, how you treated him when he was on the bottom, think of how he's gonna remember you when he's on top. Woo!
Ooh.
Because last
Woo.
time I checked, to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and we're already beating all of the men. Woo! Last thoughts. Gonna start with Javar, underrated chaos, then I'm gonna end it off with myself.
All right, Joe. Yeah, I'll just give a little quick rundown. So, everything you just said, real truth, bro. Just throwing in my 2 cents. Us as black men, just me learning what I have in the past couple of years, we're truly not given any room to make mistakes like so-called other groups of men, and it's being held against us. How women want us to fight against white supremacy, they even call us on it. Oh, you're bending down to the man and all this, and you expect us to do this. I'm like, you guys know the code switch or whatever you want to call it, because you know how to act right in front of whoever's in power of you, which is white men as it pertains to now. So when I have to come home and deal with that in my face or something like that, then it causes too much. So they don't. It, yeah, I'm at a loss for words right now. That's all I can explain. But stuff like it's panels like this that we need to come to the table and discuss it, help our young brothers like myself out and younger than me.
Of course. That's what we here for.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated.
Well, I would say this: the brothers that willing to be part of feminists, sooner or later you gotta come out your fake asses. I had to put that out there. The ones that so called want to be around that and want to be counsel, you gotta answer to masculinity. And I want people to hear what Brother Charles, and the young brother here, and even in the chat, we need these conversations. And brothers, we need to protect our young brothers too. Like I always said, I protect the young brothers and I protect the boys. That is part of my purpose, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
Mm-hmm.
But brothers, we gotta. This is the time we gotta stick together. We just cannot. It cannot be a status anymore. We gotta protect each other because you, one way or the other, you are the ones you don't think you are being attacked. You are being attacked because when they attack Brother Charles, if they're attacking Brother Charles, they protect Charles. They attacking me. And then these young, and then we have to understand we have to set example. And what BGS is what it's saying, we got to protect these brothers, and then we got to protect each other. That's the bottom line. These feminists, you know, we, hey, we got to see them for what they is. They are toxic. They no good. They're not all about for the family. They all about for themselves. But but they still want to hide under this white supremacist policy. No, enough is enough. Shut up and let the ones that want to tell the truth and rebuild do the work. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Chaos. Chaos, you there? Well,
Hmm. Did we cut out?
I don't know.
Hmm.
But I'm proud of you, brother. You hang in there.
Oh, I am, man. Shoot, I'm glad you guys are up doing these late night things because I'm a late bird myself. So just hearing this brings me back to center and my purpose.
You keep on fighting, bro. You know what I'm
I
saying?
am, man.
And just
Hmm.
remember the underrated one right here for you.
I appreciate that.
No, it ain't take no money. We brothers at the end of the day. We brothers, you know what I'm saying? And 54-year-old man, so but I'm
That's
here. I'm here. It doesn't make a difference. I don't have that much now, but I'm here. I'm fighting for you. I just want you to remember that. I'm fighting for you. I fight for the brothers too. Fighting for
glad to hear that, man.
fighting for masculinity.
Right.
We have to do that. We got to protect that. What happened to Charles? He probably come back. Charles, brother Charles, you still there, bro?
I see Chaos's icon. I don't know if he's still on.
Yeah, Charles got a but you stay firm, bro. We make mistakes, but always remember, at the end of the day, you a man.
Right.
At the end of the day, you a man. You have masculinity. You do have a purpose,
Hmm.
and you don't let nobody take away your masculinity. You learn from others. You learn from the ones that is doing the work. And sometimes it doesn't mean that they have all the money too. You learn there's examples out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm here. Underrated one is here, man.
Glad to hear that, man. Yep. So you guys help me out fulfill my purpose with my family, man. I'm doing
Right,
what I
man.
need to.
Exactly. And you on the right track, bro.
sorry about that,
Yep. You
fellas. Somehow
you
we
back
got
in.
knocked off.
It's okay.
But I wanted to give everybody this words of encouragement. One, to hit the two-piece, this topic. We know the game's rigged. We know the game is choreographed. Shit.
Oh, Charles, they messing with you again?
Be back. Sometimes you tell the truth, things happen.
Oh yeah, I've seen many panels of this happen, and they mess up the stream.
Yeah, that happened to me too, man. But do you do content?
No, I don't do content. I started a music page for beats a while ago. I haven't posted on it, but I just come here to soak up knowledge, learn what I can. Like I said, I've been on this for a couple of years since I've started my family, have my kids. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I just been
you
soaking up knowledge where I can.
good. Yeah, yeah. Keep on doing that, and and make your presence felt sometimes. Do that. You know what I mean? Oh, there you go.
Right,
He back. He back.
you back.
I know when you talk a real shit, they try to kick you off, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like me and the brother was just saying that, man.
But then again, like I was saying, we know the game's rigged. We know it's choreographed. But guess what? In the words of Roddy Piper, when you think you got all the answers, I begin to change the questions. Even though the game may be rigged, eventually there's going to come a time when we flip the entire table on its head.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we're going to have a new set of rules and a new game to play. And to me being sexist, if me being sexist or so-called sexist keep women and children protected, then I've done my job.
Right.
Do not come to me and say, hey, well, you don't know how I feel. No, if you don't know about combat, you don't wish that on your enemies. You don't wish it to anybody. It's not a game. So you're willing to put your neck on the line? Shut the fuck up about it. Brothers and sisters, we're going to have to learn how to be each other's keepers. We're going to have to lift each other up, encourage each other, and if needed, give each other a swift kick in the ass to tell us we are somebody. You go out there as bold as a lion with your head held high, because we are all we got. Woo! And good night,
Woo!
folks.
Woo!
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Peace.